excuse me. It's day 91 of our 1 year Bible read. It's day 91 in a row. Today is our read for today. Today's day is the 29th of March. That means, let's get to our page for tonight. Ooh, we're at 30. 31. Today is March the 31st because we're 2 days early. Right, chat? Whew. How has your night been? It's Saturday. How you doing, Ben? What's up, Pop? What's up? How y'all doing? How has your Saturday been? Mine's been okay. Mine's been okay. Tonight's word is coming from Deuteronomy 16, 1 through 17, and in verse 20. Then following it up with Luke 9, 7 through 27. Then Psalms 72, 1 through 20. And then finishing up with Proverbs 12, 8 through 9. Ooh, appreciate the likes. Now let's get into tonight's read. It's coming from Deuteronomy as our beginning chapter. So, in honor of the Lord your God, celebrate the Passover each year in the early spring, in the month of Abib. For that was the month in which the Lord your God brought you out of Egypt by night. Your Passover sacrifice may be either from the flock or the herd, and it must be sacrificed to the Lord your God at the designated place of worship, the place he chooses for his name to be honored. Eat of the bread made without yeast. For 7 days the bread you eat must be made without yeast, as when you escaped from Egypt in such a hurry. Eat this bread, the bread of suffering, so that as long as you live, you remember the day you departed from Egypt. Let no yeast be found in any house throughout your land for those 7 days. And when you sacrifice the Passover lamb, on the evening of the first day, do not let any of the meat remain until the next morning. You may not sacrifice the Passover in just any of the towns that the Lord your God has given you. You must offer it only at the designated place of worship, the place the Lord your God chooses for his name to be honored. Sacrifice it there in the evening as the sun goes down on the anniversary of your exodus from Egypt. Roast a lamb and eat it in the place the Lord your God chooses. Then you may go back to your tents the next morning. For the next 6 days, you may not eat any bread made with yeast. On the seventh day, proclaim another holy day in honor of the Lord your God, and no work may be done on that day. Count off 7 weeks from when you first begin to cut the grain at that time of the harvest. Then celebrate the festival of harvest. To honor the Lord your God, bring him voluntary offering in proportion to the blessings you have received from him. This is a time to celebrate before the Lord your God at the designated place of worship he would choose for his name to be honored. Celebrate with your sons and daughters, your male and female servants, the Levites from your towns, and the foreigners, orphans, and widows who live among you. Remember that you were once slaves in Egypt, so be careful to obey all these decrees. You must observe the festival of shelters for 7 days at the end of the harvest season, after the grain has been threshed and the grapes have been pressed. This festival will be a happy time of celebrating with your sons and daughters, your male and female servants, and the Levites, foreigners, orphans, and widows from your towns. For 7 days you must celebrate this festival to honor the Lord your God, the place he chooses, for it is he who blesses you with bountiful harvest and gives you success in all your work. This festival will be at a time of great joy for all. Each year every man in Israel must celebrate these 3 festivals: the festival of unleavened bread, the festival of harvest, and the festival of shelters. On each of these occasions, all men must appear before the Lord your God at the place he chooses, but they must not appear before the Lord without a gift for him. All must give as they are able, according to the blessings given to them by the Lord your God. Appoint judges and officials for yourselves from each of your tribes and of the towns the Lord your God has given you. They must judge the people fairly. You must never twist justice or show partiality. Never accept a bribe, for bribes blind the eyes of the wise and corrupt the decisions of the godly. Let true justice prevail, so you may live and occupy the land that the Lord your God has given you. You must never set up a wooden Asherah pole beside the altar you build for the Lord your God. And you never set up sacred pillars for worship, for the Lord your God hates them. Neither sacrifice sick or defective cattle, sheep or goats to the Lord your God, for he detests such gifts. When you begin living in the towns the Lord is giving you, a man or woman among you might do evil in the sight of the Lord your God and violate the covenant. For instance, they might serve other gods or worship the sun, the moon, or any of the stars, the forces of heaven, which I have strictly forbidden. When you hear about it, investigate the matter thoroughly. If it is true that this detestable thing has been done in Israel, then the man or woman who has committed such an evil act must be taken to the gates of the town and stoned to death. But never put a person to death on the testimony of only one witness. There must always be 2 or 3 witnesses. The witnesses must throw the first stones, and then all the people may join in. In this way you will purge the evil from among you. Suppose a case arises in a local court that is too hard for you to decide. For instance, whether someone is guilty of murder or only of manslaughter, or of a difficult lawsuit, or of a case involving different kinds of assault. Such legal cases to the place the Lord your God will choose, and present them to the Levitical priest or the judge on duty at the time. They will hear the case and declare the verdict. You must carry out the verdict they announce and the sentence they describe. There we go. They prescribe at the place the Lord chooses. You must do exactly what they say. After they have interpreted the law and declared their verdict, the sentence they impose must be fully executed and do not modify it in any way. Anyone arrogant enough to reject the verdict of the judge or of the priest who represents the Lord your God must die. In this way you will purge the evil from Israel. Then everyone else will hear about it and be afraid to act so arrogantly. You are about to enter the land the Lord your God has given you. When you take it over and settle there, you may think, we should select a king to rule over us like the other nations around us. If this happens, be sure to select as king the man the Lord your God chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner. The king must not build a large stable of horses for himself or send his people to Egypt about horses. For the Lord has told you, you must never return to Egypt. The king must not take many wives for himself, because it will turn his heart away from the Lord. And he must not accumulate large amounts of wealth in silver and gold for himself. When he sits on the throne as king, he must copy for himself this body of instructions on a scroll in the presence of the Levitical priest. He must always keep that copy with him and read it daily as long as he lives. That way he will learn to fear the Lord his God by obeying all the terms of these instructions and decrees. This regular reading will prevent him from becoming proud and acting as if he is above his fellow citizens. It will also prevent him from turning away from these commands in the smallest way, and will ensure that he and his descendants will reign for many generations in Israel. Goodness gracious, I kind of tore it up towards the end there. Hey, hun. But that was a read from Deuteronomy 16, 1 through 17, and then verse 20. Now let's get into Luke 9, 7 through 27. You say you're scared, that's pretty funny. Oh man, I'm starting to get dehydrated again. Okay, so Luke 9, 7 through 27. When Herod Antipas, the ruler of Galilee, heard about everything Jesus was doing, he was puzzled. Some were saying that John the Baptist had been raised from the dead. Others thought Jesus was Elijah, or one of the other prophets had risen from the dead. I beheaded John, Herod said. So who is this man with whom I hear such stories? And he kept trying to see him. When the apostles returned, I got you, babies, give me 1 second. They told Jesus everything they had done. Then he slipped quietly away with them toward the town of Bethsaida. But the crowds found out where he was going, and they followed him. He welcomed them and taught them about the kingdom of God, and he healed those who were sick. Late in the afternoon, the 12 disciples came to him and said, send the crowds away to the nearby villages and farms, so they can find food and lodging for the night. There is nothing to eat here in this remote place. But Jesus said, you feed them. We have only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. They answered, or are you expecting us to go and buy enough food for this whole crowd? For there were about 5,000 men there. Jesus replied, tell them to sit down in groups of about 50 each. So So the people all sat down. Jesus took 5 loaves and 2 fish and looked up toward heaven and blessed them. Then breaking the loaves into pieces, he kept giving the bread and fish to his disciples so they could distribute it to the people. They all ate as much as they wanted, and afterward, the disciples picked up 12 baskets of leftovers. One day, one day Jesus left the crowds to pray alone. Only his disciples were with him, and he asked them, Who do people say I am? Well, they replied, Some say John the Baptist, some say Elijah, and others say you are one of the other ancient prophets risen from the dead. Then he asked them, But who do you say I am? Peter replied, You are the Messiah sent from God. Jesus warned his disciples not to tell anyone who he was. The Son of Man must suffer many terrible things, he said. He will be rejected by the elders, the leading priests, and the teachers of religious law. He will be killed, but on the third day, he will be raised from the dead. I got you, baby. Give me 1 second. Then he said to the crowd, If any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way, take up your cross daily, and follow me. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world, but are yourself lost or destroyed? If anyone who is ashamed of me and my message, the Son of Man, will be if anyone is ashamed of me and my message, the Son of Man will be ashamed of that person when he returns in his glory, and in the glory of the Father and the holy angels. I will tell you the truth. Some standing here right now will not die before they see the kingdom of God. Okay, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, come on. Whoa. Up. Bathroom. Give me 1 second. Okay? Hey, what's up? Okay, all right. We have about 2 minutes before they come to the door. Okay, let's see if we can get through Psalms and Proverbs before they come back. Okay, chat. So let's get into Psalms 71, 1 through 24. Oh Lord, I have come to you for protection. Don't let me be disgraced. Save me and rescue me, for you do what is right. Tell your ear to listen to me and set me free. Be my rock of safety where I can always hide. Give the order to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. My God, rescue me from the power of the wicked, from the clutches of the cruel oppressors. O Lord, you are alone my hope. I've trusted you, O Lord, from childhood. Yes, you have been with me from birth. From my mother's womb, you have cared for me. No wonder I am always praising you. My life is an example to many, because you have been my strength and protection. That is why I can never stop praising you. I declare your glory all day long. And now, is it in my old age, don't set me aside. Don't abandon me when my strength is failing, for my enemies are whispering against me. They are plotting together to kill me. They say, God has abandoned him. Let's go and get him, for no one will help him now. Oh God, don't stay away. My God, please hurry to help me. Bring disgrace and destruction on my accusers. Humiliate and shame those who want to harm me. Oh, I'll be right back, chat. Give me 1 minute. We're just about done. We'll have your operas. Okay. Oh, okay. Where was I, chat? Okay. They say God has abandoned him. Let's go and get him, for no one help him now. Oh God, don't stay away. My God, please hurry to help me. Bring disgrace and destruction on my accusers. Humiliate and shame those who want to harm me. But I will keep on hoping for your help. I will praise you more and more. I will tell everyone about your righteousness. All day long I will proclaim your saving power. Though I am not skilled with words, I will praise your mighty deeds. O sovereign Lord, I will tell everyone that you alone are just. O God, you have taught me from my earliest childhood, and I constantly tell others about the wonderful things you do. Now that I'm old and gray, do not abandon me, O God. Let me proclaim your power to this new generation, your mighty miracles to all who come after me. Your righteousness, O God, reaches to the highest heavens. You have done such wonderful things. Who can compare it with you, O God? You have allowed me to suffer much hardship, but you will restore me to life again and lift me up from the depths of the earth. You will restore me to even greater honor and comfort me once again. Then I will praise you with music on the harp, because you are faithful. Chat, my lips are super dry right now. Y'all need to know that. TMI, TMI. Then I will praise you with music on the harp, because you are faithful to your promises. Oh my God, I will sing praises to you with a lyre, O Holy One of Israel. I will shout for joy and sing your praises, for you have ransomed me. I will tell you about your righteous deeds. I will tell about your righteous deeds all day long. For everyone who tried to hurt me has been shamed and humiliated. And chat, that was the end of Psalms 71, 1 through 24. Forgive me for not having chapstick. Because goodness gracious, I just got out of the shower, I thought I was going to be okay. I'm not okay. Okay, chat, so now we're going to get to Proverbs 12. I knew something was up. I knew something was up. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so let's I felt like something was up there. So actually, chat, we need to read Psalms 72, 1 through 20. Well, at least we gotta read Psalms twice a day. It's okay. Okay. So give your love of justice to the king, O God, and righteousness to the king's son. Help him judge your people in the right way. Let the poor always be treated fairly. May the mountains yield prosperity for all, and may the hills be fruitful. Help them defend the poor, to rescue the children of the needy, and to crush their oppressors. May they fear you as long as the sun shines, as long as the moon remains in the sky, yes, forever. May the king's rule be refreshing, like spring rain on freshly cut grass, like showers that water the earth. May all the godly flourish during his reign. May there be abundant prosperity until the moon is no more. May he reign from sea to sea, and from the Euphrates River to the ends of the earth. Desert nomads will bow before him, and his enemies will fall before him in the dust. The western kings of Tarshish and the other distant lands will bring him tribute. The eastern kings of Sheba and Seba will bring him gifts. All kings will bow before him, and all nations will serve him. He will rescue the poor when they cry to him. He will help the oppressed who have no one to help defend them. He feels pity for the weak and the needy, and he will rescue them. He will redeem them from oppression and violence, for their lives are precious to him. Long live the king. May the gold of Sheba be given to him. May the people always pray for him and bless him all day long. May there be abundant grain throughout the land, flourishing even on the hilltops. May the fruit trees flourish like the trees of Lebanon, and may the people thrive like grass in the field. May the king's name endure forever. May it continue as long as the sun shines. May all nations be blessed through him and bring praise. Praise the Lord, God, the God of Israel, who alone does such wonderful things. Praise his glorious name forever. Let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen and amen. This ends the prayers of David, son of Jesse. Okay, I guess we finished. Does that mean we finished Psalms? Chat, do you mind if I look ahead really quickly? Does that mean we finished Psalms? No, okay, we didn't finish Psalms. Okay, I was wondering. Okay, so now we're going to read, actually, we're reading Proverbs 12, 8 through 9. Okay, so verse 8. A sensible person wins admiration, but a warped mind is despised. Better be an ordinary person with a servant than be a self-important but have no food. Let's read it again. A sensible person wins admiration, but a warped mind is despised. Better to be an ordinary person with a servant than be self-important but have no food. And now, no need to be puzzled. No need to be puzzled. Okay, so no need to be puzzled. It was puzzling to Herod Antipas when he heard of all Jesus was doing. He wondered if John the Baptist had been raised from the dead. No wonder he wanted to see Jesus and kept trying to do so. There is no need for us to be puzzled. Many eyewitnesses have written all about what he did. Hundreds of prophecies have been fulfilled and documented. Millions alive today have been transformed by Christ. Why be puzzled with so much evidence? Jesus is the Messiah, God the Son. Sometimes the verbiage throws me off, but I understand is written in in a slightly old town, slightly old town. Okay, chat, but it's time. It's time to ask for wisdom and clarity for today's read. That was interesting. That was interesting. My stomach feels upset. Okay. Um, chat. No, I'm just forcing. I don't think I'm sharing anything from today's word. Yeah. Okay. All right. Remember the code word, doggy. Abdul, how have you been? Today has been a very interesting day for me, to be completely honest. I was sick this morning. I started feeling better later on in the day, but I can't really eat anything. I can't really eat anything, to be completely honest. I feel fine though. I feel oddly fine. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I feel fine, but I also feel like my stomach doesn't like anything right now. It's very weird. I can't really explain it. But I feel fine. Maybe my stomach is kind of messing with my concentration, maybe more than anything. It's annoying, but I don't notice it, to be honest. Unless I eat something. Unless I eat something. Oh, sorry, I flashed y'all. That's my fault. Yes, I was. Oh, that's a pretty funny assumption to make. That's a pretty funny assumption to make. Mm, how do I answer that? That's a pretty funny assumption to make. I'm just not gonna lie. Because probably when I was before I joined and I was in when I was in, I probably also assumed every person that was in the military did some type of martial art. um, if anything, Muay Thai, to be completely honest, but nothing for real, nothing seriously, to be completely honest. That's pretty funny though. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream. I'm getting dehydrated again. This light right here is probably not good for me, and I'm probably just gonna lay down. I ate something yesterday. Probably shouldn't ate it. It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't good. It sold me, and it is what it is. Ever since, I've been kind of messed up. Stomach been kind of messed up. It's cool. I'll be all right. I'll be just fine. But right now, I'm holding this. I'm holding this W because I'll be just fine. I'm holding this W because I'll be just fine. You feel me? But I should just probably lay down. These lights are not helping. This light is dry. I feel like a frying fish. I feel like I feel like I've seen this on SpongeBob. Mm, sorry. I feel like I've seen this on SpongeBob. I'm like cooking right now, you know. So like I'm like in a little stupor. I'm like kind of in stupor, but I was gonna do my read regardless of what was going on, you know. Gotta still do the read regardless. The 91, that day 91 in a row. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's keep going, baby. But um but yeah, I was in like a stupor earlier, right? I was just like, oh my goodness, where am I at? I was like, where am I at? It's crazy. But this light is cooking me. I'm drying out under this light. Oh man, I don't know. I ate hummus. I was eating a spicy hot honey hummus, and I think that's what did it to me. I really like hummus though, you know. But I think that's what did me dirty. Not gonna lie. I was eating a spicy hot hummus, and it was good at the time. But I'm not sure if it got me. I think it sold me up. Cause after that, I've never been the same. After that, it was never the same. After that, I was never the same. Now I'm cooking on the lights in the house. It's crazy. But I'm about to go. I'm actually gonna go because I'm just rambling. I'm literally just rambling. But hi, did it hit your limbs with something? No, you just hit each other. But I'm about to go. I'll talk about this. I'll talk about this tomorrow. I'll talk about this tomorrow. I'm just gonna say something. I'm just gonna say ridiculous things for no reason because that's what usually what I do when I'm recovering. I think it'd be pretty funny, but I feel like I look ridiculous when I don't feel good. I feel like I look ridiculous when I don't feel good, and I also can't see that well right now either. So I can't even really see y'all. I'm not sure what's going on. Pray for me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. But it's pretty funny. Can I at least tell you what happened? Hey, tell me what happened, bro. What's up? What's up? Hey. Oh my goodness. Hey, what's up, baby? Well. Your tail's gonna knock down everything at my desk. Are you okay with that? You understand the danger that you bring to my area with your tail? You could knock down everything. What are you gonna do? You gonna jump? Are you gonna jump? Was that a burp? Let me read. Okay, cool. He has type chat. We're gonna keep talking. Was that a burp? Who burped? Hey, chat. Okay. So what have y'all done today? It's Saturday, you know. I know I've done things. Not as much as I was thinking I was gonna do. But I've done things. Hummus really sold me today. It's okay though. You know, the hummus was actually pretty good. I don't know. It's a crazy promo after telling you it might have sold me up. But at the time, it was pretty good. The hot honey hummus. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it before. I didn't know it was a thing. My wife bought it for me. I was gonna put it on random snacks my wife got for me, YouTube shorts, but I just wanted to try it last night. You know, it's okay. Maybe I should have waited then. Maybe it was because I didn't save it for the video. It sold me up because I didn't save it for the video. Dang, that's tough. Makes sense. Makes sense. But it's okay. You know, I'm holding a dog, rambling. You know, I can't really see. Yeah, mouth drawing out, lights cooking me. I'm about to fall asleep. Oh boy. Oh boy, I was really about to go to sleep. Hey, Skid, it was taking a long time since message, brother. Let's call him Naruto. Okay, yeah. Okay, wall guy. Okay, what's up? Wall guy. Okay, I'm hyped for the story. Yeah, I'm waiting for this one. Uh huh. This is a lot to happen in 15 seconds. Oh my gosh. Hey, let's clap it up for our boy. You said you were gonna do it and you did it, and that's all I care about. That's what I messed with. I messed with that. I said I messed with that. You said you were gonna do it and you did it. Let's clap it up. If you split a block, spin it with the hands. It's okay. That's crazy. These are crazy. This is crazy. This is pretty funny. This is ridiculous. But I'm glad you got your get back. Run the block or run it with the hands. It's cool. Hey, listen, I'm about to go though because I really can't see. Um, when I'm looking at y'all, I really can't see. It's crazy. Hey, dude, you trying to hit the outro? Trying to hit it? We got that limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. Thank you for joining me for day 91. I don't know how I don't know how this ended up over here, but here we are. Peace. You have a great rest of your Saturday night, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Say see you later. See you. Peace. Have a great night.